Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial. So today's tutorial is about beaded clutch, or you can call it a purse. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button. Over here I have the pink pearls. 8mm is an 8mm, and I have a 6OC bead in gold. I have my plier and I have my fish line, and I have a fish line, 50-pound fish line. All the materials will be listed down below. So I have 3 pearls on the line, and in between I put the gold bead. Now I'm going to cross it with the pearl. Just like that. We are going to repeat the same thing again. So, and now I put 2 gold bead, and in between I put a pearl, white pearl. So I'm going to cross it again with another pearl. Like that. So now with the pink bead, I want to do a little flower for decoration on the back. So I put 2 bead, gold bead, and in between I put the pink pearl in between to just make flower decoration on the back of the clutch. Like that. It's the same weaving, but here we are just adding pink pearl, so don't get confused. I'm just repeating the same thing. 2 gold bead on the line, and I put the pink pearl in between. Now I'm gonna cross it with the white pearl and continue the first pattern. Like that. The pink is just a little flower decoration that we are making. So we are going to continue with the white pearl. Like that. 2 bead, and in between the white pearl, and cross it again with a pearl. We are going to repeat now. I'm going to repeat how I did the pink on it. I'm going to repeat it. It's a pattern. The white pearl, 2, you weave 2 boxes with pink, then you repeat the same thing like a pattern. Now I put 2 bead, 2 gold bead, and in between I put the pink pearl. And pull it through. I'm going to repeat that again. Cross it. This time I'm going to cross it with the white pearl and continue with the pattern. So I'm going to repeat the same thing and bring the 3rd pink flower, then we continue weaving. are going to repeat the flower, the pink flower again. We're going to repeat the same pattern. 2, then you continue. That's how it's going to look like. Very beautiful. Okay, now I put the pink bead, the flower, the third one on it. Pattern in between, then you bring the flower again. Now I want to show you how to turn. So I put 3 beads on the line, the left line. In between I put C bead and cross it with another bead. Now I'm going to put 3 pearls on the left line, and in between I'm putting the gold bead in between. 3 pearls and 3 gold bead, and on this line I'm going to add the gold bead before I cross it through. Like that. We are going to continue to make 2 rows with the white pearls in between before we continue with the flower making again. So you make 2 rows with the white pearl. This is how it's looking like. Make 2 rows, then we continue again with the flower. Flowers. This is what I'm talking about. I weave straight, then I make another pattern. Now I'm coming to make another pattern again. 3 patterns, so 2 is going to be in between. I'm adding gold bead to the line, add the pink bead, like that. First I'm going to drop 1 pink bead at the edge, then when I turn, that's why everything is going to complete. Before you go through a bead, make sure you add gold bead to it, and add 2 beads on the left line. Now you add a pink and then a white pearl. I'm going to drop that 2 at the edge, and we continue to weave. Before you go through a bead, make sure you add a gold bead before you go through the bead. I'm just making sure the beads are aligning to the first one that I made. Make sure you put it in line with the first one so that everything can look pretty. Now the pink is aligned with the first one. I'm going to make 3 flowers again. Another pink bead, then you cross it through the white pearl. Like that. I'm going to continue to weave to the end and drop 2 beads at the edge. Please stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to make a necklace to go with the clutch. Now that the 2 beads are on the edge, we are going to complete it. Don't get confused about this size. I took away a row from both ends thinking it's too long, but I'm going to weave it back on to original the way we started. So don't get confused at all. It's the same thing. So this is how we are going to continue to weave to make our flower pattern into the next bead. Now add gold bead, pink bead, gold bead, and another pink bead, and cross it with the other line. Add a gold bead and go through the next bead. Add pink on the line, and the next one you cross it through the white pearl. To make the same pattern, and it's going to align with the first one. You see how it's aligned over there? So we are going to do 3. That's the second one and the third. Now I'm done with the pattern. I complete the design that I want for the clutch. I made a total of 28 by 14. So that will be the flap on it. I'm going to pick up 3 to be my base and 9 at the edge. So that is the 9th one. I go through and I add 2 beads on the line. Then I'm going through the first 3 on the base. Now on the right line, I add 2 gold beads and 2 pearls, and I'm going to cross it through. So with this, I'm doing 9, 3, 9 because I'm taking 3 at the base and 9 at the edge. Now I'm into the second bead of the base. So I add 2 pearls and 2 gold beads. Now you have to add it to that one before you cross it through. Now I'm going to pick up my last bead at the edge, at the base, the third one. I add 2 to cross through that bead. And on the right line, I add only 1. You only need to cross it 1. If it's not 1, you are crossing with 2, you are wrong. You only need 1 over there. Now we are going to go pick up 1 bead, next bead, go to the next bead, and add 2 pearls and 2 gold beads on the line. You add a gold bead before you cross through the pearl. Cross. I'm taking my time here so that everybody can understand. Go to the next bead. But before you go through that bead, you add gold bead before you go through the next bead. Next bead. On the right line, I'm going to add a bead. Two pearls and 2 gold beads. And cross. Into the next bead. And go through the next bead on the side. And add gold bead on each line before you cross it with the pearl. So that's a gold bead, you add it to the other side. And now you're gonna cross it with one pearl to complete that row. This is how it's looking like so far. You see? This is all we are going to do to fill up the side. Now you go through the next bead on the side. You go to the next bead on the side, you pick up 2 pearls and 2 gold beads. Cross. Into the next bead. Add 2 pearls, 2 gold beads. And cross. Pick up a gold bead and go to the next bead. Go to the side bead and add 1 pearl. But before you add the pearl, you have to add gold bead to both lines. Add gold bead, another good bead to the other line before you cross it through a purl. Like that. That's how you continue to fill the side of the clutch. Okay, here I filled the first side and I have to do the other side too. So I fill the other side. I'm going to do, then we just have to close the flap on it. This is the design I'm trying to make it look pretty. See? It looks pretty already. I fill both sides of it, and that's what I want to close the closure. Okay, now I'm going to add a closure to it. That is where we are going to put our bead closure. I have 10mm pearl that I want to put over there so we can lock it. I have the line and 3 beads on the line. Now put both ends together and go through the pearl bead. Put those ends together. Now go through the bead. Like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull first end through the 6/0 bead over there on the opposite direction. I'm going that way to pull one end through. Go through that bead before you go through the pearl. The 6/0 bead. Pull. And the other side, it will go the opposite direction, this way. That's where you can land perfectly in the middle. Like that. Pull it, pull both. See how the bead lands perfectly in the middle? So now we are going to weave the rest of the line through the bead and hide the line through the bead. Make sure you're pulling tight. I'm going to weave it through and pull everything tight so that that bead can stick over there, will not slip out. Like that. And now I'm going to make a loop. I pull the line through the 2 seed bead in between those pink pearls. So the line is in between those 2 beads. Now I add 7 on each side, 7 beads on each side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all the beads again to reinforce it. First, let's make sure it's going to get on the bead and hook on it. Now it's perfect. So I'm going through the bead, go through it, all the bead to reinforce. Okay, now that I have my line through it, we are going to make a loop and tie it there. Make sure you tie it in between the bead so that it doesn't show. You hide the knot over there. Do it the same to the other side. and hide the rest of the line into the bead. Weave through a couple of beads, hide the lines, and cut the rest. Do the same to the other side too. You make a loop and tie in between the beads, just like that, and weave the rest of the line. Okay, yeah, this is how it looks like, the clutch, and we put a closure on it. See, this is a beautiful clutch that we made. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for spending this time with me again. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of my video. Thank you.